23 degrees and sunny here in Ames, Iowa. Folks, it's the moment you've been waiting for since High Point University destroyed the Chippewas in the national championship back in December. College football is back, and we got a good matchup here in Week 0 for you. Iowa State taking on Kansas State in this rivalry matchup. Iowa State wearing their white and black uniforms, while Kansas State wears their home uniforms here at Jack Trice Stadium in Ames, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, the NFL and college football is back. Welcome to the broadcast booth. Mason Urbane here. And we're ready to go. Iowa State to defer. They'll receive the second half kickoff. Kansas to receive this. And away we go from Ames, Iowa. Here's the return by Kansas State. He's going to return it to his own 23-yard line. And that is where we'll get a look at Kansas State's offense, 1st and 10. This is the first of 3 games here in Week 0. We got Iowa State and Kansas State now. Later tonight over on NBS TV, it's Ohio State taking on Toledo. And then to close out Week 0 right here on Fox Tube TV, SMU and BYU at 10 p.m. Here's the snap, though. Right off the bat, gonna fire. It's gonna be incomplete. And then Week 1 kicks off Tuesday night with the defending national champion taking on Ohio State, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Fox Tube TV. That's Tuesday the 24th. There's a first down for Kansas State and more. Ohio State probably in a must-win situation against Toledo tonight, heading in to play the defending national champs. It's going to be rough if they can't get a win tonight. Fires, that is caught. Gain of 7 on the play will bring up second down. Takes the snap again, steps into it, delivers the pass deep downfield. It is caught. No, he dropped it. So it's incomplete. And brings up third down. Delivers the pass. That time it is caught. Takes it into field goal range. Kansas State moving the ball. Time to throw. Gets the pass complete inside the 10. Nice job by Kansas State so far. Coming up before the 10 p.m. game tonight here on Fox 2 TV, it is the Arkham Menard Series playoff race from Kansas. The Dawn 150. There's a touchdown as Kansas State gets the first touchdown of the 2026 season. But Dawn 150 will be just before the start of the SMU BYU game. The SMU BYU game will follow after the checkered flag flies at Kansas Speedway. Extra point up and good, makes it 7-0. Last night there were some good preseason games on for Week 2 of the NFL preseason. The Giants took on the Patriots. They were up 35-17, and that game ended in a tie at 44 apiece. Then the Jets took on the Eagles. They ran away with that one. 55-25 was the final in that game. And now Iowa State gets a chance to match what they just saw. So you get a look at Carson Hansard and Dylan Edwards. What a great way to kick off the 2026 season. A nice rivalry here between Kansas State and Iowa State. Delivers the pass. It is caught. Nice catch there for the first down. That's Sowell with the haul in, and it moves the chains. There's the handoff to Hansen. Got a gain of 1. That was it. So it'll be 2nd and 9. Bet. Fires. It's caught, first down. Hansen got it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's probably a good thing because he ran backwards there to start, and that could have been a potential loss if he wasn't careful. Here's Bet. Got the first down. Nice job there. And that's one thing we've noticed about the, NFL preseason games. Like, majority of those interceptions those guys have thrown is because they're trying to throw deep passes down the field. You saw both these teams so far. While they've taken chances downfield, they've also completed these short passes. And that's the key to not turning the ball over as much. Short passes, running the ball, take your time. Can't get the first down there. It's 3rd and 2. Off a gain of nothing. Here's Bet. Going for his halfback in the end zone. He caught it for the touchdown. What a catch. Touchdown Cyclones. And they're an extra point away from tying this one up. Extra point is good, so it's tied at 7. Here's the return. All right, so we'll have to see if Johnson and this Kansas State offense can do the same thing they did last time. Overthrew his receiver that time. Well, that's incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Takes the snap, looking, fires, passes, caught, one-hand grab for the first down. How about that? Hand off to the outside he goes. He's going to get more. He's going to pick up 15 yards on that carry. And that's going to be good enough for a first down as it moves the chains for Kansas State. Another carry here, switching back towards the middle. Gain of 2 that time for Edwards. Brings up 2nd and 8. Johnson stepping into it, delivering the pass. It is tipped and incomplete. That was a nice pass and great defense there as well. Just couldn't quite haul it in because of the defense. Brings up 3rd and 8. Nice short pass here for the first down. Deep downfield, it's intercepted. The first turnover of the game. And we were saying earlier, how the deep passes were what was killing the NFL teams, but you also can't be afraid to try to take some risks, and that wasn't necessarily a bad idea to try to throw it there. The problem is the defender read it well as the first pass goes incomplete. So with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, brings up 2nd down and 10. Here's Bet. 3rd down and 10. Couldn't get it past the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. Here we go. Kansas State trying to force a 3 and out, but they're not gonna. It's gonna be a first down for Iowa State. Oh, fake jet sweep here. Got a gain of 1 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 9. Pass caught. And the Cyclones move the chains again. 10 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Short pass to the halfback, first down and more. And as the first quarter comes to a close, we'll have it 1st and 10 at the 49 when we come back. 7-7 into the first here in Ames, Iowa. Don't go anywhere. You're watching college football here on FoxTube TV. Welcome back to college football here on FoxTube TV, Ames, Iowa. Iowa State, Kansas State, week 0 of the season. And what a catch! And he jukes him to the other side. It's going to be a touchdown for the Cyclones. So they get the interception, then turn it into a touchdown to take the lead. Kansas State got the ball first. They scored, then the Cyclones scored. Kansas State got the ball back through the interception. And the Ames, or not the Ames, the Cyclones, who were facing 3rd down and 10, deep on their own side of the field, converted that, and that turned into a touchdown drive. Here's Kansas State now. Tried to hurdle, but is wrapped up quickly. Here's Johnson and the Kansas State offense. Can't afford another mistake like last time. But we have saw teams go down 21-7 and either come back and win or come back and force overtime. So, that doesn't mean you want to, though. Statistics might be on your side, but you don't want to have to rely on those statistics. And that's incomplete as he's hit as he throws it. So, brings up 3rd and 8. 3rd down and 8 for Johnson and the Kansas State offense. This is going to be a first down. No, he's not going to get there. He's 2 yards short. And that's going to be a punt. It was looking like that was going to be a first down for Kansas State. And he tried to dive for it, but unfortunately just short. Now it's going to be excellent field position for the Cyclones. There's Bet. Looking, fires for the first down. They're going to run an RPO here, and they're going to run it instead of pass it. Gain of 2 on the play, brings up 2nd and 8. Fires. Oh, it's intercepted. And now both quarterbacks have thrown an interception in this game. And that's going to set it up for Kansas State in excellent field position now. So Johnson, the offense, back out there after having a punt on the last drive. Looking, fires, tipped. And it is intercepted. Tipped and intercepted. Gets to the outside, spins around the quarterback, and returns it to exactly where Kansas State returned their interception. The Cyclones take it right back 1 play later. Crazy start to the second quarter. Talk about that one interception when Kansas State was deep in enemy territory and then had the Cyclones to 3rd down and long, and the Cyclones converted. That turned into a touchdown. Then the Cyclones throw an interception. Looks like we're going to see a momentum shift, and then right as we thought Kansas State was going to get it together, they throw an interception and it goes right back the same way. 4th down and 4, though. It's going to be a 57-yard try. This kick is no good. So no teams have attempted a field goal yet. Touchdowns and extra points. Johnson, the offense, going to get another break here. He's going to fire it to his halfback here. And that's going to be a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. Johnson takes the snap, fires it short and complete. Brings up 3rd and 5. If you're Kansas State, you want to try to take it easy here. You've thrown 2 interceptions now in this game. Nice pass there for the first down. And that puts them at least in the field goal range. Had to get rid of that one quick. That's incomplete. Johnson takes the snap. Looking. He's trying to run and he gets sacked. He lost 8 yards there. And now you got to try to gain at least 8 yards back to set up a field goal attempt. And they're going to get him back. So 4th and 8, it will be a 51-yard try. So 6 yards shorter than the one the Cyclones attempted. This kick is up and it is no good. So Kansas State and Iowa State, the first teams to have a field goal miss in the 2026 season. And that one, keep in mind, that one was 6 yards shorter than the ones the Cyclones attempted. But still, I mean, it shows that this isn't the, Hansen, he's down. But it shows that, it doesn't matter. This ain't the NFL. They can't kick like a kicker in the NFL can. Got that one off and first down. Should be getting an injury update on Hansen soon. But meanwhile, it's Sama the third in the game for him. Wrapped up, loss of 2. It's a bruised knee. So he should be returning to the game soon. Oh, look at this. Oh, but he overthrew him. He overthrew him. That would have been a nice play there. And instead it brings up 3rd and 12. Probably could have had a touchdown too. He was that wide open. I think he could have ran the distance. And it's 4th down and 7. We'll see what they opt to do here. They're going to leave the offense on the field. Team looking for momentum, and that's knocked down. And the Kansas State defense has been coming up clutch ever since giving up that touchdown to open the second quarter. Runs it up the middle there. Gain of 8, 3rd and 2. So you need it even farther, as that brings us to the 2-minute warning. You need it even farther inside the 34 now. RPO play for the first down. Here's Johnson, takes the snap, fires. That's caught, first down. So the Wildcats trying to tie up the game here before the half. Stepping into it, going for it, and there's a flag in the end zone. And the first penalty of the season goes to Iowa State. And this is going to set the Wildcats up in excellent field position. It's going to be 1st and goal at the opponent 9. Fakes the handoff, fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they are an extra point away from tying the game up. Well, it's about time somebody scored a touchdown besides Iowa State this quarter. I mean, Iowa State, they had many chances as it was 5 plays, 50 yards, and 61 seconds. They had many chances there to add to their score. Unfortunately, they couldn't, so now it's tied at 14. We'll see what the Cyclones can do before the half. Oh, tried the RPO, but it was incomplete. And just a reminder, Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Fox Tube TV, the defending national champion, High Point University, takes on Ohio State. That's 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Fox Tube TV Tuesday, as we get Week 1 underway for the college football season. Iowa State has an opportunity to get this into field goal range before the half. Had to get that one out. It's probably good he threw an incomplete pass there, because now it stops the clock and you don't have to burn a timeout. So it's short here, and he's got a 3rd and inches. They're going to call a timeout here. That's smart. You got to get it closer than this, because remember, Kansas State missed a field goal when the ball was at the 34-yard line. That was it's a 51-yard drive from here. And that's intercepted. And Iowa State will not get the field goal before the half. More than likely, they're just going to run this clock out, and that'll be that. And the ball it came out. But Kansas State recovers it, and that will do it for the first half. So Scott Hansen and Orlando can take it away. We'll see you in a minute. What a crazy first half indeed. Thank you, Scott, as we welcome you back to Ames, Iowa for quarter number 3. Now, Iowa State turned it over and was unable to get any points before the first half, but they receive it to start the second half here, and we're underway. All right, so Iowa State obviously was able to get something going after all those stalled drives, but unfortunately turned the ball over. Closing out their chance to get a field goal before the half. So we'll see what they can do after the halftime reset. They're down in 4. Got it. First down. Cyclones. That's caught. Trying to get to the edge, and he's just a yard short of the first down. That brings up 2nd and 1. Fires a deep one over the middle. That's caught again. First down. They are 11 yards away from the red zone. Short pass, incomplete. 3rd and 8. Third and 8, got it off. It is caught for the first down. And into the red zone they go now. Another short pass, and first down. No, they're going to say 2nd and inches. And with, no, that's incomplete. Takes the handoff up the middle, first down now. Sets up 1st and goal at the opponent's 7-yard line. Cyclones looking for a touchdown here. Their first since the beginning of the 2nd quarter. And here it is, touchdown Cyclones. .531 to go in the 3rd. They used almost half a quarter. To score, they used 4 minutes and 29 seconds. And now here's Kansas State's first possession. And a good return there, out to his own 23-yard line. That is where Johnson and the offense will take over. Johnson, the offense, able to get a touchdown there to tie the game up, and there's a first down right off the bat to Oakley, the tight end. Got to get rid of that one quick. He got it to his tight end for a gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Here's a carry. Edwards carry hit into field goal range. So as of what we can see up here, the Kansas State running back Edwards is running a lot better than Iowa State's. Loss of 4 yards though on that carry. It's going to bring up 2nd and 14. Crowd's getting loud. Short pass. Get the 4 yards back, so 3rd down and 10. Open over the middle for the first down. Towards the end zone. He's got the first down. And just missed the end zone by half a yard line. Edwards fighting. He's in. Touchdown, Kansas State. And just like that, we are all tied up again at 21. Here's the return. Sets it up first down and 10 at their own 27-yard line. 2 minutes, 1 second left in the third here. Nice short pass there. Gain of 8 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 2. How about 304 yards passing for this quarterback, though, today? And now the running back is actually gaining yards, but the problem is he's not gaining as much as Kansas State's running back is, so something's got to happen here. As we reach under a minute to go here in the third quarter of play. Got it. Over the middle. He gets the block. Spinning, trying to spin out of the tackle. Can't. But big play there. And probably just going to let the third quarter come to a close here. It looks like that's what they're going to do. So after 3, we're all tied up at 21 apiece. Here in Ames, Iowa. Back here in Ames in a minute. Don't go anywhere. You're watching college football on Fox Tube TV. Welcome back to Ames, Iowa. And college football here on Fox Tube TV. 1 quarter to go in the opener for college football, week 0. Both these teams looking for a positive start heading into week 1. Now this game, despite it being called week 0, this actually counts towards the standings. That's why we were saying Ohio State needs to beat Toledo tonight, because they're heading into High Point, North Carolina. Oh, that's intercepted. They're heading into High Point, North Carolina on Tuesday. And they need a positive start, because if they start 0-2, they're already 1 loss away from not being a part of the playoff later. So Kansas State takes over after the interception. That first down carry was good enough for 2, so it brings up 2nd and 8. Johnson going to air one downfield, and it is caught. How about that? Here's the first down carry. Brings up 2nd and 9. And dove to avoid the hit, so it brings up 3rd and inches. And dives for the first down and gets it. If you're Iowa State, you got to try to get a stop or force a field goal attempt here. Jet sweep, we haven't saw one of these yet. It's going to be a big gain there. Good news for Iowa State is as long as Kansas State doesn't take too much time, there's time for them to try to score themselves. And touchdown. Wildcats. And for the first time since the first quarter, they take the lead here in Ames, Iowa, with 6:27 to go. Extra point up and good. 7 plays, 70 yards, and 3 minutes it took after they got the interception. So now the Cyclones look to reset and retie the game. And they start it with a really nice return there. And now the halfback starting to run. somewhere. Running the RPO, and he dropped it. 3rd down and 4 coming up. Couldn't get the 1st down. It's going to be 4th and 2. Fourth and 2. They could give Kansas State an advantage if they don't get this. And he got the 1st down. How about that? So if you're Iowa State, you realize you got to score the touchdown here. A field goal does you no good. Now the good news is you still got all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. So take things slow here. Don't do anything ridiculous. Big play there, though. That's good. But don't do anything ridiculous that makes you have to score twice. Loss of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 11. Third down and 2. RPO. Last time they ran one, it didn't work, but that one does. No need to use a timeout yet. You can kind of just take it easy. 2nd and 11. Try to get one last play before the 2-minute warning. They do. 1st down. And when we come back out of this 2-minute warning, which we're just going to stay right here, Iowa State has a chance to tie the game up, and all they got to do is keep Kansas State from reaching field goal range. And we got overtime. Third and goal. Left them open. Touchdown, Cyclones. With 69 seconds to go. And now the Cyclones just have to make this PAT to tie the game, and they do. So they throw an interception that turns into a touchdown for Kansas State, giving them the lead. And now they go down the field and score a touchdown to tie the game. So now they just got to keep Kansas State from reaching field goal range. And we got overtime in the first game of the season, folks. We don't get to experience much overtime here in college football, as usually we see a lot of blowouts, but a good game between these two teams today. First pass incomplete. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Carry. Oh, he fumbled it. And good for Kansas State. They recovered that. Oh, there's a review though. Doesn't look like it matters anyway. From that angle, it looks like he was down. So, regardless, it's going to be Kansas State's ball. Third and 12. You can't get the first down. You got to force a stop and hope out. And hope Iowa State can't get into Field goal range, they're going to call timeout. Stop that clock. That's smart, because if they get the ball back, they got all 3 timeouts, they could get a field goal. Iowa State has a chance. And they are in range for a field goal to win their first game of the season. And there is a big play there. They're not going to call a timeout, though. Looks like they're trying to win by a touchdown. Worst that happens is overtime. He dropped it in the end zone with 12 seconds to play. I like this. They realized they could win this game with a field goal, and they're just going to go for the touchdown to try to win by more. And just instead, they're like, you know what? We'll go to overtime with you. This is a good game. So class act by Iowa State there. I mean, they could have easily kicked the field goal, won this game, but there's the rules of overtime presented by Cheez-It. Cheez-It crunch time here. If we go to a second overtime and the teams get a touchdown, they must attempt a 2-point conversion. If we go to a third overtime, it's 2 point. To all touchdowns are worth 2 points until a team fails. All right, folks, so we got some Cheez-It crunch time. Iowa State could have kicked a field goal and won the game in regulation. They have decided that they wanted to play some overtime ball, so they decided to not score the touchdown or kick the field goal. And here we go, overtime. And Iowa State realizes, pay attention to this, because all they need is a turnover or stop them on 4th down. Or force a field goal and score a touchdown, and they can win this game. And they're going to force a field goal try here. It's a 41-yard try. To take the lead, it is up and good. So now all Kansas State needs is a turnover. If you're Iowa State, do what you did the entire game. Short passes only. No need to do anything ridiculous. You are 25 yards away from the win. Or you could kick a field goal if you're unable to get it. Do not do something that costs you the win. Or at least a chance to tie the game and send it to another overtime. Iowa State just 5 yards away from being the team to get the first win of the 2026 season. Here's the carry. Got stopped at the line of scrimmage. You need something to work. Good news is you don't have to worry about a clock here. But you gotta get close to where your quarterback could potentially sneak it in for the game-winning touchdown. Over the middle. He dropped it. And they have, I would say, attempt the field goal. It sounds silly being that close. Just attempt the field goal. Force another overtime. And that's exactly what they're going to do. That's smart by Iowa State. They realize that if they don't complete this on 4th down, the game's over. So they just kick the field goal to tie the game up at 31. And guess what? Now they get the ball right back. So now they can still go for the win here. Kansas State could get a turnover and win the game either way. There's a first down. Here we go. Can they get the win? Quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Iowa State. And that should do it. Oh, no. That's right. That's right. It will not do it. They have to attempt the two-point conversion. They have to attempt the two-point conversion. And then get a stop. It's not over yet. It's caught for the two-point conversion. Now Kansas State, one final chance. We were tied at 28 coming into overtime. Tied at 31 after 2. Iowa State leads 39-31. Get loud, Cyclones fans. Your team needs to come in clutch here. It must be a touchdown and two-point conversion. Going for the touchdown. He dropped it. And it's 3rd and 5. Going right back towards the end zone. It's intercepted. The Cyclones will win. Regardless of what happens here, 39-31. Start the party, Ames, Iowa. Tried to go right back to the same guy on the next play. That time the defender's like, I'll let you do it once, but I'm not letting you do it twice. And the Cyclones get the interception to win the ball game. And that right there is the game-winning touchdown. Iowa State takes on Kansas next week in week 1, so how ironic. Back-to-back Kansas teams. Kansas State will hope to get on the winning side of things against Oklahoma State next week, but what a start to the college football season. And don't go anywhere because now it's time for the Time Gap Treasures post-game show. Because we're gonna be live up until to the top of the hour. And that's going to be viewing the highlights. Take a look. Just look at this. All right, let's go highlights now. What a start to the season for Cyclones fans, though. All right, so 8:19 to go in the first quarter. Avery Johnson's going to pass to Brown for 27 yards, it says. And actually, we should probably just skip to overtime because, like I said, we got 4 minutes till the top of the hour. So let's go overtime here. So here's the first overtime. Here's Edwards. He didn't get any yards here. Remember, Kansas State got the ball first. Then they kicked that field goal. Now we go to other overtime. Here's the touchdown for Bennett. Or Rocco, correction. And then, obviously, they got the two-point conversion. Now, here is where the game was lost for Kansas State. Tried to go right back there. Defender in front of them. Intercepted. And, obviously, you could see the fans celebrating. They knew exactly what that meant. That meant that the game was over. And the Cyclones get the first win of the 2026 season. Just a reminder, we still got 2 games today. 7 o'clock over on NBS TV. Ohio State takes on Toledo in Toledo. And then later tonight, after the ARCA Menard Series playoff race from Kansas Speedway, SMU takes on BYU. And of course, it says 10 p.m., but it will be after the after the ARCA Menard Series race from Kansas. I mean, like I said, what a performance. If you're a Cyclones fan, it was just an amazing game. Obviously, teams kept the game close, right? I mean, we had it tied at 7 at the end of the first quarter. Then the Cyclones intercept Kansas State, score a touchdown. Kansas State scores a touchdown to tie it at 14.5. We're tied at 21 at the end of the third. And the Cyclones had plenty of time to do it. They get into the end zone to tie the game at 28 and force overtime. They could have went for the win in regulation. They decided not to. Then we get to overtime. Kansas State wins the toss. They get the ball first. And they try going for the first down. They can't, so they kick a field goal to go up 31-28. Iowa State so close to scoring the touchdown. They get to 4th and goal. They decide to live to play another down and kick the field goal to tie it at 31. Then they get the ball right back. The quarterback sneaks in himself for the touchdown. They convert the 2-point conversion. Then it's time for Kansas State. They realize that, you know, if we turn the ball over, that's going to be it. That's going to be all she wrote. They had a really nice couple first plays. Then they tried to throw it deep to the defender in the end zone. It was knocked away. Then the very next play, they tried to do the same play in hopes that they could catch Iowa State off guard, and they can't. It's intercepted. Game is over. Hey, folks, for our entire crew, I'm Mason Urbane saying so long from Ames, Iowa. We will see you for the last 2 games tonight. We're going to be calling those as well. So until then, so long, everybody. Iowa State wins 39-31.